And hello again, folks, it is Akoto, and welcome back to All the Mods 7, and today we're going to start getting some more industrialization going, and see if we can actually make it so that all this stuff gets delivered to me automatically. And then we'll probably be going to the end and killing the dragon. Should be fun. Alright, let's get into it. So, I was just starting the episode here, doing my intro, and I came upstairs after I'd gotten a bunch of copper ground down, and I ran across this guy who was just hanging out here. He's a grave guardian, and he trades stuff. So I can get graves dust from him, I can get dust of vanishing, I can get frostbite arrows with blue ice, which I don't have any of, obviously. Yeah, so that's the thing. So I guess I have a friend now. Cool. I don't know what to say. Other than I will totally take some of your grave dust off your hands here, because I definitely need that. And we've got plenty of rotten flesh, and I think we've got plenty of bones, too. Hang on, let's go look. I think just between killing regular random skeletons and... Oh, that does not how you spell bone. There we go. Oh, good lord. Let's just grab some bones, shall we? And we got a bunch of bone blocks, too, from being in the nether, and a few other things. So, hey, dude, I've got bones for you, too. Oh, and he just leveled up, and what does he sell us now? He sells us a lost tablet for 20 dark marble stairs, or we can trade an impregnated diamond for more grave dust. I don't like either of those trades, but it looks like that actually refreshed. I don't want to trade my gunpowder, I need that. I don't want to trade my bundles, because I've only got 2 of them. And these now work, by the way, in the latest update of the pack. So, let's just wait for him to refresh. You want to come inside and have a glass of wine or a beer? I know what you want. You want beer. I made this. It's the drink beer mod. So we now have pumpkin kvass. So here, let's we'll take a couple of beers out here, and we'll just sit there and sort of look off over the cliff and have a couple of brews with my new buddy here. And say, hey buddy, wait, come back. Please don't stomp on my crops. I would really appreciate it if you wouldn't stomp on my crops. Yeah. So here you go. Have a beer. And I'll have a beer because, we'll have a beer. Cheers! Well, that's interesting. And you stomped on my crops. Thanks. I really, really appreciate that. So what an interesting start to an episode. Welcome back to All the Mods 7. I am Akoto, and this is my new buddy. I'm going to call him Steve. No, Steve's been taken. We'll call him Reinhold. There we go. Reinhold, the Grave Warden skeleton dude. Yeah. Okay. And whatever. Anyway. Welcome back to the show. And first I have to apologize for last episode, because I did not realize how much my mob slaughtering rampage that I put on there was going to be compressed by YouTube. So if you were watching it on mobile, it was very, very dark. Not just in content, but just, dark as in you couldn't hardly see it on mobile. And on the computer, it looked fine. A little dark, obviously, because we were down in a cave. We didn't have any torches out there, but it wasn't awful. But on mobile, it was almost impossible to see what I was doing. So if you were trying to watch on mobile, I apologize for that. I'll keep that in mind for future, that being, once I'm going down in the caves, we need to light everything up so that mobile users can actually see what I'm doing. So that's how I'm going to start off the episode, is by apologizing to you. But I hope you did enjoy the last episode. I had a lot of fun making that little montage that I had there at the beginning. So today, we're going to be doing a couple of different things. Other than this guy, which, that's pretty cool. I didn't even realize that this was a thing. So to have him show up and just be able to trade some grave dust off of him is fantastic, because I am running out of those disenchanting books for this. So we're going to do a couple of different things. So first of all, if we go in here, you'll see I went on a little bit of a mining expedition, and I went down to the abandoned mine shaft that I found that's underneath my base, and we got a ton of resources. Not only copper, but we got gold, we got iron, we got a couple of chests that were down there. So we got the mine carts, we got a few other random bits and pieces here and there, a couple of scrolls. So have you refreshed your trades? What are you doing, dude? I mean, I'm sure, considering who you are and the fact you're carrying a soul lantern and stuff, it's like you probably don't see greenery much, I'm guessing. So, yeah, these are vines, and that's what you're hiding in right now. So, and look, you can climb them even and get on top of my enchanting house. See? Yeah, you're not interested. Oh, those are solar panels. You probably don't want... Apparently he came over to have a rave party. It's getting dark, so we should go in and go to sleep. So we're going to be doing a couple of different things here. Obviously, going back and getting all those. Like I said, I made this, the beer keg. I'm making more pumpkin kvass because it's amazing. So we're going to be probably messing around with our automations set up a little bit more. So if you come down here, you'll see that we do have our machines over here. We have this piping that's coming down from our solar panels all the way down here, and then all the way over to this. We finally made the forester, and I made another room on this side that is for the forester. However, we do need to have, the one thing this does not have, it does have the auto brake feature with trees, and you can pretty much, so if you show the preview here, you can see it's just in this particular area, and I'm just doing oak because I really don't need a whole lot of wood at this point since I have so much in the way of redwoods. You get to see it in action. So basically, all the drops will just drop. Now I have my magnet pants on, so anything that comes over here I'm going to grab. But what we can do is we can actually set it up so all of this is automatically picked up by a sort of a remote hopper that's in this pack. And once it's all picked up, it can just basically be put into a advanced ender chest and then piped back upstairs to my storage system. So in between episodes, I actually made one of these. Actually, I made two of these. The ender chest from ender chest. I made two of the ones that have the code 888 in them. And they are actually, one is over, now you watch. We put those back in. So it will automatically replant in just a minute, and we can get rid of this preview. Think. So let's go over there and I'll show you, actually, rather than telling you. But we put up a couple of these ender chests, and one of them is over with the Wither Skeleton Farm, because that's where I'm going to be using it the most. Where did Homeboy go? Did he run off? Looks like he ran off. Anyway, we can look on the map to see. Oh, he's probably over there, or he's over here. No, that's my horse that's over here. So, let's go over to the Wither Skeleton Farm and oh, hello! There was a slime here. Okay. I'm very confused, but I'll take it. Hello, Mr. Slime. And there's another one. Oh. There you go. Alright, well, we got 25 slime out of that. Nice. We also made this crafting remote so that anywhere in the overworld that we go, we can access our storage. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And let's see, we'll put the nightshade in there, the sticks, and the oak logs. That's fine. So we have these ender chests right here. So if you notice, there's nothing in it. It's only a 9-slot ender chest, which is kind of lame. But we only really need it for this. So the idea is that we have these crates from Cyclic, which are great. I wish I had realized that, well, actually, when I started the pack, Cyclic wasn't in here. But if we'd had these beforehand, we could totally use these instead of chests for our storage system, and it would have been so much better because they hold a double chest and a half's worth of stuff. So there's another slime up there somewhere. I'm tempted to go get him. We'll get him in a minute. But the idea is that we've got this item pipe that goes from this chest. So, for instance, we'll put this iron hoe and this iron axe in it. It goes into the salvager automatically and then goes into this ender chest. We have another one of these ender chests behind the wall of our house that has an input pipe going directly into our storage system from there. So anything that we put into this ender chest is just going to go directly into our storage. So we don't have to worry about taking them out of here, putting them in the salvager one at a time, taking all the stuff out, going over to the crafting remote, putting everything in manually, and so on and so forth. So that's very nice. I'm very much a fan of this. Now, we could automate this a little further by having stuff piped directly into the salvager. The only problem becomes is that a lot of this stuff, in fact, most of this stuff, is going to end up being enchanted. So if we put it directly into the salvager, yes, we'll get the materials. We won't get the experience off of disenchanting them, however. Now, I do have 79 levels. Do I really need that much more experience? Not really. But there could come a time where I want to get some brand new armor, like when I get the Alumadium armor or the Vibranium armor, and I want to enchant everything. So I'm sort of like trying to keep levels built up here while I'm at it. So we'll just go ahead and put these back for right now, because I've got so many like random things in here. Like these shields are the shields that drop without any kind of enchantments on them. You know what? I'm gonna go deal with what. Where's the slime? So I'll let you see behind that. Oh, there you are. Hello, Mr. Slime. You can just go away now. Oh, wow. No, no, no. Okay, now we got a bunch of slime. It's all the slime is for me. Do 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 do. Doink and doink. There we go. And that's easy. Okay, so let's go back downstairs. How many more? So we got 41 more slime from that. Nice. So we are good on slime for a while, I think. So there we go. You get to see behind the curtain a little bit how the sausage is made. But so I like this setup as it is. I mean, I wish it was a little bit more automated. What we could do later on is there is a disenchanter that is available through, I believe it's also Cyclic. Yes. So there's a disenchanter that transfers enchantments onto books. So we could totally make one of these, and what we could do, I think, is that we could basically pipe all of the items into the disenchanter, have it disenchant everything, have all of the experience be piped into like a experience tank, and then once those are done, pipe those into the salvager and then down. So, I mean, we could do that, but I don't know if that's going to work. So we're just going to go with the manual disenchanting for now and then just toss it in there. And as you can see, it's already out. It's already been done. So we have, 4 more iron and, 2 more sticks that are sitting in our storage system now from those 2 items. Nice. So we've got that kind of sort of fully automated. It's still a little bit of manual process, but nowhere near as manual as it has been, which is cool. But now I want to get a few more things. And I want to find an inn fortress as well as working on the automation for this. See, it replanted that over there. This thing is not fast, by the way. It could be faster, but for right now it works fine. Let's go down and get some more blaze rods, because like I said, the one thing that we need is we need the blaze rods because we need the blaze powder for the Eyes of Ender to find the Stronghold. And I want to see what the end looks like in this pack, because I am extremely curious as to what they've done with the end here. If they've done anything. They may not have done anything yet, but I know in All Mod 6 they used the Better End mod, and I think they're using it in this one too. So we're going to go back downstairs and we're going to grind out some more blaze rods, and then we're going to go to the nether and see if we can find some endermen to grind out some ender pearls too. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll be back with you in just a bit when we've got a bunch more ender pearls and blaze rods. So while I was looking for endermen, I ran across this biome, which is just, it's just amazing. So with these giant it's basically rose quartz is what this stuff is called. So this is what biome we're in. We're in the crystalline chasm here in the nether. So, just look how pretty. Like, the particle effects are great. It's just, it makes the nether, like, look good. which is really saying something, So, yeah, this is pretty amazing. Okay, sorry about that. I just wanted to show you the cool stuff that I had found. And now we're off to find more endermen if we can. I think, is that the best of the Basalt Delta over there? That's Basalt Delta. So we need a warped forest to be able to find endermen easily. So that is what I'm looking for. So I will be back when I have gotten a bunch of ender pearls. Hopefully. in theory, anyway. And I am back from the nether. We found a warped forest. We got a bunch of Eyes of Ender now. We have actually 15 of them, which I think should probably be enough. And I'm hoping this won't be a too terribly long journey, since we went about, 2,000 blocks from spawn. So hopefully this won't take us too long to find. Oh, I see our friends over there enjoying the stream, the lazy river. Anyway. Another one of the cool things you can find with Alex's mobs in here, other than the seal, is this whale. Look at the size of this thing. I need to figure out how to, breed these things and keep them as pets. I know. They're wild creatures. You shouldn't use them as pets. I get it, but it's Minecraft. You can make pets of anything. And to give an idea how close this stronghold is to our home and to where we spawned at. So we spawned over here. Our home's right here, and this right here is where the stronghold is, which is right next to this huge Dungeon Tactics sand tower thing, which is kind of cool, actually. So it's right here. So we're going to go ahead and start digging down. And after a whole lot of running around, here we are. And there's actually two pearls in here, or two eyes, sorry, which is nice. So we'll go ahead and put the other ones in here, and there we go. Nice. Now the nice thing is, right over here is the library. So we're going to raid that first. Wait a minute. Hold on. Well, isn't that convenient? Okay. I guess both of the libraries are right here. Well, we'll raid them both. Nice. Yeah, wasn't expecting that. All right. Let's block ourselves in here so we don't have to worry about anything coming to say hello while we're doing this, and we'll set up because I was smart enough. Oh, if you're wondering what I'm wearing on my head, that's a hat that I found in a chest in here. It's actually kind of a cool hat. It gives you extra level of looting to killed entities. So while I'm wearing this hat, I effectively have looting 4, which is kind of dumb. So, let's see. And actually, it's got an actual name. Stronghold has an actual name, Makoto. There you go. So now we have the Stronghold, Wither Skeleton Farm, home. It takes a level to get there. Oh, darn. Not too worried about it since I have 88 of the things. So, nice. Let's get... You know what else we need is we need a chest in here, but that is easily solved because we can just go ahead and let's put some stuff... let's put some stuff over in here. Sure, we'll put all that in there. And then let's get some of this wood, and we'll get a chest, and we'll raid everything in here. So it should be interesting. So nothing horribly interesting in either of any of the chests that were in there. I got like a couple of books, but I did get this, which is a familiar receptacle, and apparently there's a capuchin monkey soul inside that I can bring back to life. So who knew? So we're going to go back and drop a whole bunch of stuff off here at the house, maybe bring our monkey back to life, and then see about taking care of the dragon. Now, the last time I did this, it didn't go well. If you remember correctly, back in all of Fabric 4, the island was a lot smaller, and it just bounced me off, and I lost all my stuff, and to be perfectly honest, I lost all passion for the series I had at that point. So hopefully that doesn't happen this time. So let's head home. Maybe. There we go. And if things will load in. There we go. My computer is having a hard time right now. It's like, you're asking me to do too much. But, well, cope, dude. So, oh, and we have a cat now. He likes facing the wall. I don't know exactly how that happened, but we have a cat. So let's drop all this stuff off and then see what we're going to do here about the dragon. All right, well, let's try this. Hold it. Oh, in your offhand. That's right. Pray near objective grade by holding the receptacle in your offhand. Should allow you to bring me back to life if you're familiar. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. So, apparently, let's put the monkey on the shelf somewhere. Monkey, you go. Can you go up here? Can you get set down anywhere? Because, I mean, that'd be kind of cool. You don't... I can't actually place it anywhere. Oh, I suppose I could put it on a shelf, though. Hey, I'm smart. Yeah, we'll just put it on the shelf over here. There we go. Now we have monkey on a shelf, in a jar, and stuff. That's really kind of morbid. But, yeah, there's that. All right, let's get prepared here. Alright, so I've got my shield, I've got my super sword, I've got blocks with me to pillar up with should we need to. I've got golden apples and enchanted golden apples on my hotbar with me, as well as my water bucket and my sole remaining ender pearl for if I get knocked up in the air. So we're going to actually go through and see if we can pull this off. So, wish us luck. Here we go. Not even a thing. Hey. Oh, that feels good. And the dragon egg. Because, you know, dragon egg. Gotta have the dragon egg. Where'd it go? There it is. And while we're here, we'd be remiss in not seeing how horrifying the end islands are. So we're going to do that and pray we don't fall into the void here while we're doing it. So, yeah, there's that. Well, it doesn't look like the end has really changed all that much in this particular What are those? Okay, I take it back. There's some weird stuff going on around here. So, yeah, about that. Alright, let's move some stuff back down to our hotbar here now that we've got things taken care of. Ooh, miniature green heart. Don't even know what that does. Don't care. Ooh, Enderman of Hunger. Wow, that sounds fun. So let's... Ooh, I love the music. That's cool. Endstone nest. Yes, please. Azure silver ore. I mean... Did we get it? No. Ooh, do we need better tools to get this stuff? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. Well then. That's an Enderman with a backpack. That's very, very strange. I mean, it's kind of weird. And after looking around the end islands a little bit, it looks like the end is just pretty much the same with a couple extra mobs here and there and some extra ores. So I'm going to go ahead and head back, and we'll let the credits roll. I always enjoy watching that sequence with just a little story at the end there with the Watchers. That's always really, really cool, I think. And here we are back home. Our dragon egg is in a place of honor behind the couch here, so it'll never get touched again. If it does, it'll just go vanishing somewhere else. And now that the dragon's been dispatched, we can go look at the end islands at our leisure, but I want to do a little bit of automation here before we call it a day. So let's jump on over back to our automation setup and go from there. However, for me, that's going to be tomorrow because it is stupid late and I'm exhausted. So I'm going to get some sleep and I'll be back in just a bit. Well, for you, it'll be seconds. For me, it'll be like, 12 hours. So, good night. And we're back and we're downstairs next to all of our machines. So those machines haven't changed. This, however, has changed a little bit. So what we've got here is, I put it behind glass because I thought it looked good. But what we've got is we actually have, if you'll give me just a second to bust in there, and I'll show you if... Whoop. That is... Uh-oh. Yep, it did. Okay, well, that works, at least. We know that works. Yeah, give me that back. So what we've got... Let me get these two, and then the deep slate tile... There it is. Alright, so let's replace that, and then we'll replace those in a second. So what we've got here is we actually have our forester up and running, fully powered. And it, as I showed you before, it actually plants trees, the trees grow, and then it breaks them down into stuff. Then over here we have an item collector. So what this is doing, if you go in here and click preview, is that anything in this radius, and I should probably reduce that just a little bit. So let's actually do 7x7, is that good? Let's go 5x5. No, we're going to have to go 7x7. Okay. So anything in this 7x7 area that drops on the ground, it's going to pick up. And then when it picks it up, it has its own internal inventory here, which is nice. But then it gets put onto this pipe that goes over into this ender chest. 3, 2, 1. And once it goes into the ender chest, it goes upstairs to the other ender chest that's attached to the inventory and gets thrown in there. So pretty much anything that gets picked up down here as far as saplings, sticks, apples, wood, whatever it happens to be, is going to get picked up by the item collector, shipped over into the ender chest, and then up into the storage system. So very simple, very easy to put together little system. Shoot. Yeah, it's fine. So that's how that works. And this is sort of the prototype for how I want the rest of my cyclic machines to work. Over here is we're going to basically have anything that gets made in the solidification chamber and the crushing macerator, which actually is a little bit now. We've got 5 more blaze rods. That's good. So we can put those in there and then just go, give me another stack, another rack, because we want more blaze rods for all the different things we're doing here. So, and what other, now I'm curious. So where's my crushing macerator? So let's look that up, because I think crushing macerator. So come here. Okay. So if we go here and we look at the recipes for it. So lime concrete turns into concrete powder. That's fantastic. Emerald ore turns into possibly as many as 5 emeralds, which is pretty cool. Blue concrete powder gives us dye. That gives us that. Stone gives us cobblestone. Hey, our tombstone's ready. Glow lichen gives us glowstone and vines. That's interesting. So suffice it to say, the crushing macerator is cool. You can do a lot of different things with this particular machine here. You can get a lot of stuff that you can normally only get in the nether and other places. So we definitely want to set up some sort of automation for all of this. Now, obviously, the melting chamber, it's going to depend on what we want in the solidification chamber. So right now we want magma because we're making amber. But at some point, we're going to want to make a few other things. So automating that, not really necessary. And then there's not a whole lot else. If you go look in Cyclic here, there's a couple of things that interest me, but no real machines outside of the ones we already have built. I mean, you got the redstone clock, which is nice. You've got shape builders. We've got the forester already. We've got the solidification chamber already. We don't really need a battery at this point. The item user might be fun to use in our wither skeleton farm. If we just put like a beheading sword in it and we just sit there and have it kill the wither skeletons. We're going to have to do a little bit of work on that before we get there, though. The powered anvil is another thing that I'm very kind of interested in, but we need to make this crystallized obsidian, which takes amethyst, amber, and an emerald, and you need liquid slime. And unfortunately, we have not found any amethyst yet. So there's that. So we really can't do much with that one. The peat farm is another one that's kind of interesting, but I'm not sure exactly what I would do with it. The uncrafting grinder that reverses most recipes. So if you look in this over here and hit that, if you go over to information, look at reverse any vanilla 2x2 or 3x3 recipe may not work with specialized modded recipes, etc., etc., etc. So you could actually take stuff that you find out in the world, if you want to break it down into its component parts, and it can reverse engineer it, basically, which is kind of fun. The macerator we've got. The fluid collector we really don't need yet. We get to actually watch this in at work, and you can see, so see how everything's sort of going away here, and then it goes into the item, the item pickup thing over there. I can never remember the name of. So basically, it's slowly but surely destroying this tree, and then when everything is destroyed on here, it'll just suck it all into the ender chest and into our storage upstairs. So we have completely automated tree cutting. The only thing we need to do is maybe give this, there it goes, is maybe give this an attached crate or chest or something like that with a bunch of saplings in it, so we can just continually grow saplings, because we have so many oak saplings at this point. How's this doing? It's still going. Okay, cool. So there's really not a whole lot of other machines that I really want from Cyclic right now. This is the problem. The only problem with the All the 7 Mods pack at the moment is that we don't have a lot of high-tech mods, really, to get set up at this point, because it is only in, 0.3. So a lot of the things that you're used to seeing from All the Mod 6, like Mechanism, I think Applied Energistics is in here. Applied Energistics 2 is in here, but there's not a whole lot of machines that I really want from that. Like Industrial Revolution is not in this pack yet, like that we had in All Fabric 4. So the guts are here, and the world generation is absolutely here. It's obvious they focused on overworld and nether generation first, and the end still is just sort of bland at this point, and they don't have a lot of tech mods really built into this yet. Now, I suspect in the next couple of weeks, when they do a couple more updates, you might see something like Industrial Revolution and Mechanism, and maybe even something like Tinker's Construct or the one of the engineering mod that I can never remember the name of, that has the really interesting power generation with windmills and things. Like, why am I forgetting the name of it? I can't remember the name of it. It'll come to me. So maybe all of those will be in the next couple of updates for all the Mod 7. But right now, we just don't really have a whole lot to automate. We don't have a whole lot to automate any more than we've already got this automated. Like this, absolutely we can automate and just have it so it's, sends to a pipe and goes over to an interchest and we're done. I mean, that's pretty simple. But a lot of this is going to be more manual because, like I said, we don't want to just dump stuff in here, directly from our storage system. We want to dump it in. So maybe have like a couple of crates attached to this so we could have, like a crate here that would go to this that you could toss magma blocks or slime or whatever in, and it would automatically pipe it over into the solidification chamber, where you would then use it for whatever you're doing over here, because you don't really need the liquids for anything other than the solidification chamber at the moment. Same thing with the crushing macerator. We don't want to dump it directly from our storage directly in here. We want to have some sort of like buffer over here, so because we don't want to just like crush all the stuff on our inventory. But like crushing diorite into quartz, that's kind of good because we don't really need diorite for anything, because diorite is bird poop. It just is. So I'm torn on what to do. Like at some point in this series, I do want to make a nuclear reactor, like one of the bigger reactors. I want to put over here or something like that. But until there's really something to use all that power for, our power setup that we have upstairs, which now is 5 leadstone solar panels and 3 hardened solar panels, is more than enough for this setup over here and all of these machines, plus both our electric furnaces. We can run them all simultaneously and still have power left over. So right now, there's really not a reason to do much more as far as power goes. But so automating this is, like I said, it's going to be real easy. It's just going to be a matter of setting up a couple of chests, and then like somewhere in the room, we'll do an ender chest that will dump everything into storage upstairs. So, I mean, I know you guys that are more into the technical side of things, you've come to these videos, and hey, by the way, I appreciate you all coming to these videos. Like, this is easily the most popular series I think I've ever done for anything that I've done for Minecraft. And I want to say thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for all of the views we've had on this, because it's blowing my mind. The number of views we've had on this the whole time we've been doing it has been just fantastic. So thank you very much. I do appreciate that. But I know a lot of you coming over here like looking for, technical expertise. Well, you ain't finding it here. You're not finding it with the old man who likes building things. I do some of the basic stuff here, like with the cyclic setups, with the forester, with the cooking for blockheads and that kind of thing, just to show you how it all works. And there's probably a few other things we'll get set up at some point here. Like I do want to set up a farming setup outside. I want to set up something that's like an industrial scale farm, so we can get a whole lot of sugarcane and bamboo and kelp and crops. And how you doing over here, Reinhold? Good? That's good. Okay. So I do want to get that set up at some point. I may want to automate this up a little bit further as far as bone meal and worms and stuff and fishing goes. But right now, I've got to go turn that off. Right now, there's just not a whole heck of a lot to automate in this pack that we haven't really already automated, other than just straight up farming. So that might be something we do in a future episode, is just sort of see how much we can automate what we have with the tools that were given to us. But I am looking forward to another pack update that'll give us a little bit more to actually automate in the different areas here. So we'll see how that goes. Ooh, and we've got to go get something. We're going to go rip more things off our tombstones. Let me do that, and I'll be right back. But I'm afraid that's all we've really got time for today. The end took a little bit longer than I thought it would, and the fact that there's really not a whole lot more in the way of machines that we can just fully automate, at the moment anyway, sort of cut this episode a little bit shorter than I'd like. But I do hope you enjoyed hanging out with me, and I hope you enjoyed the little end raid that we did, going after and getting the dragon, got our dragon egg, and we've got some more automation downstairs, and I'm pretty happy with the way that and our salvager automation is actually looking too. So I do hope you enjoy coming along for the ride. I hope you found the episode entertaining and informative. I hope you liked Reinhold. I guess Reinhold's just going to hang out with us for a while now. I mean, I feel bad with him just sort of sitting in the water over here. I want to find him in like his own house or something. But to be that as it may, please feel free to click the like and subscribe button on your way out the door if you have not subscribed yet. We'd love to have you along here, and to make sure to join our Discord, which is linked down in the description below. If you don't do either of those things, hey, I do this for fun, I do this for entertainment. Don't feel like you're ever pressured into doing something like subscribing or going to the Discord or doing anything other than just watching the videos, because we do appreciate that as well. But on behalf of Reinhold and I, make sure you go out tonight and play some games. Have some fun. I'll see you all again real soon. Have a good night, everyone. Say good night, Reinhold. Good night, Reinhold. All right, that was a terrible joke. I'm sorry. Good night, folks.